Ghana for nyina acho asanso amoman mu nyina akwa ba e de aba off enwumre ensem ayede ebesom wo off kasam for nyina yebutu Taifa Johnson enkrankro kese mu na yeto pete Ghana ewiase animu adasa mediane na akwasi amofa anatu yede nsem a ehu hia na eba mo nchen yebeka nsem afa yekwaye ni nua minu kase ye dua wo man mu nsakraye wo galamse tuo ni sikasemu afi suku aduane hu dwumadie amanyosam ahote wo Bible ene Ghana for wa amonone ehu nsem yensem etwegu e Facebook e off TV ubetimi ayan ho sanso na YouTube ubesanso enyayen e off TV afi uko Google Play Store yaye app kama da ho obetimi de nsabo so na wa download e di about phone so baby biada wo hia no wonam no hia TV ana decoder biada wodon nsabo so a na oni yedi nkita ho Refiner Staff International ene kraye mu fiada empire bokase no ebe koso afi yenhwe nsem no de eba bedi mu akotre no ebie enia pepepim ediasa ba ko ana wadua e wo Tree for Life dwumadie no ase afin so mining mra wasesa no bese wona wode mining license kura ne so onfanye adwuma no eso suku aduane dwumadie no adan koso kase edi ewo nwuma wo ye emu afi kojo ponkroma ebisa ne ntia 24-hour economy dwumadie no ntumi enya nkoso Haruna Indrisu ebisa ne ntia Ghana ntumi enye tutpe na yedi etimi free amonone eba Ghana Police for nsanso asa akaukatache free famensa wabra wotimi eyi ni free assemdi bia no eho Ghana yenseseye ama omanfo wa South Africa no asanso etumi aba Ghana wei ene nsam afoforo bi no ma ekeka ho na esoso sin wenum ena donhwe ba ko edi animu medame hotel nam de mu nchemu aba abebo Mibo eransani mana yebo mu edieremu ewo mani tumedi ayeye asama Ghana kwaye ni nsase ase no etimi ase nyankoso obiem weye asase ni abodiemu nsrahwefo Emmanuel Amakofiboa en akase wodua nua be pepepim ediasa ba kon wa fimpim yenu edionu enumnumu ewo abani Tree for Life reforestation initiative no ase okase Sejumei ama wasan de asasi ebeye hectare empim wa ha aduonu miensa 3.9 na asai no watimi asanso aye no foforo okasa asasi pi asai ya Ghana mu esan efoma gudi ayetu a yetunu kwanbone so enua ye twitwa eni nsiseye oja eso kwaye ne nipa dwumadi a esai abode no enti okire mu se nnua dua a eye kwaye no anka Ghana ye dua no ena homa etimi akoni mu na eno na nam so ama efa nsu a ye kura so nsakraye mu wiem tenabia emua ene noma wobebo won ho ban ne daachi awontoato so no atumi enya nkoso eno na oman mu soafo no sanso ka se wafa mabunu abeye mpim wa ha mienu eduoso enkro ene akira wofro won se youth forest champion ade aka wona obua manuadua etimi akoso ewo kwaye no emu wase samabunu abua ma watimi adua nnua wo kyerɛkyerɛ nkofo efa kwaye ho Bible ho na wo hwese nipa ebeye niema ebe ma kwaye etimi agina na emom nya niema ebe sai kwaye eno ena o kyerɛ enwuma no nya kwaye ho Bible nkoada na emom eye adwuma ebe ma emaburu nso eno owie ni nsɛm no ena o kyerɛ wo hwese nnua wodua no betunya yeye ebeboa mansuo etumi ayekro na ma yade efa wiem nsakraye ho nso etumi ate na ma Ghana nya abodie mu ahoden eno ena o kire mu se dia nkoda no ewu hia na emu mesese ye hwese ebetumi anyini na afin so no omutrim pono etumi abam na yentie ensem a oman mu enu dwumadie so hwesofo etumi adetu eja.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following are the key achievements of the subsectors, and I'll start with the forestry subsector. I'm sure you are aware that despite the immense contribution of forestry subsector to the national economy, the sector continues to face deforestation and forest degradation with their consequences to our existence. To address these issues, a number of strategic actions have been undertaken by the ministry. I'll start with the first very important one, the Tree for Life Reforestation Initiative. This flagship program initiative was launched by His Excellency President John Mahama, and this program seeks to restore degraded forest reserves and mine out areas and transform them into ecologically functional landscapes. The impact of the program remains a significant intervention in government's aggressive environmental restoration agenda. In 2025 alone, about 31 million seedlings were planted. In fact, our target was 30, we exceeded it. And we achieved a success rate of 50 to 78% in the northern savanna and the 65 to 85% recorded in the high forest zone, resulting in the restoration of approximately 23,600 hectares of degraded landscapes. Based on this success, the ministry is maintaining the planting target of 30 million seedlings this year, which we commenced on the 5th of June until the end of the rainy season. To support the implementation, the Forestry Commission has engaged and deployed 2,719 youth forest champions who are actively involved in nursery operations, seedling production, site preparation, tree planting, maintenance, wildfire prevention, and protection of forest reserves. The general public is encouraged to join this national campaign of tree planting and nurturing to make Ghana green. I want to use this opportunity to express the ministry's profound gratitude to corporate Ghana and other stakeholders who have supported this initiative. Ladies.
Asasini abodiemu srashafo Emmanuel ama KASE3BO akase abani ankwankwanyu makuo eye juma edi abom edi asan ye asase eni efom agudie tuo etumi asan no eno osi efom agudie tuo a woye no kwanbone so no amamia yepi ayabasa insuo emu ayefin imfu asan na nkrofo nso a wo mpatamu ho etumi ahia wo hawpi o kyeremu se Wamutaya ne se wobedane miaya watu fom no ayekwaye ani miaya emua ani nua ebetumi atena wasanso ka se adwuma ibabua amasase no asanya hoden amankrofo anya adwuma na mampatam no so atumi anya nkoso owie ni nsem no no che se onu nwumaku wonim die no eye adwuma ade amasase a ase no asabate bia epemu na weni nsem wasanso eka ye ede toaso.
And then we already have talked briefly about the reclamation in minor areas. The ministry, working with private sector, has embarked on an aggressive strategy to reclaim degraded minor areas and transform them into ecological zones. The last time we were here, we talked about how huge that responsibility is in terms of how much we have to reclaim on this destroy line. In partnership with private sector, I can tell you that just last year we reclaimed 1,335 acres of degraded land, and this was done in the Ashanti region. We have gotten commitment from private sector to undertake more reclamation, and we are targeting another 1,500 reclamation this year. And this in addition to the government's own reclamation effort of 960 acres in selected area registry. So we hope to improve those numbers. On ecotourism promotion and revenue diversification, one of the key priorities of government is to maximize revenue from forest and wildlife resources. To achieve this, the ministry through the Forestry Commission is improving ecotourism facilities within our national parks and resource reserves. Our focus this year will be on the completion of the 120-seater picnic area and 10-unit chalet at the Shire Hills Resource Reserve. Additionally, 20-room tourist accommodation and restaurant at the Mole Park will be completed. Let me say that this is a huge opportunity for private sector partnership with the Forestry Commission, and our doors are open for those discussions. We want Ghanaians to.
No, our brother, senior bodiemu, Srashafo Emmanuel ama KASE3BO kasano wieni nsemunum. Wase mine ni mra a wayan foforo no ebechi wona wɔwɔ tumi ane man nkrataa etwa sɛ wɔde yɛ adwuma na wɔtumi hwehwɛ fam agudi a wɔmfa nyɛ adwuma no ɛso ɔse nipa bi ɛwɔ mining lances yi a wɔde asie mfie pii a wɔn a wɔmfa nyɛ adwuma wɔn nso a ɛda hɔ ɛno na wɔkyerɛ mu sɛ obi biada wɔtumi anya license na wɔntumi ɛnyɛ nhwehwɛyɛ ɛmfa fam agudie ana wɔntumi nyɛ adwuma no ɛda di ɛwɔ mfie enum a aban no ɛbɛtumi agye saa license no ɛde afiri ne nsam ɔman mu soafoɔ no ka sɛ botae ne sɛ wɔbɛsi wɔn a wɔfama ne ntumi krataa ɛde sie ano no ɛkwan na afi wɔma nipa a wɔwɔ no kware adwene sɛ wɔbɛyɛ adwuma no atumi anya ho kwan ɛma ɔmatumi ayɛ adwuma ɛno no ɔse saa mmara foforɔ ɛbɛboa ɛma man ne n'adwuma no ayɛ neɛ ɛdadi na ama ɔman no anya sika na ama nipa wɔwɔ man ne mmeaeɛ no anya mfasoɔ ɛno no ɔkyerɛ sɛ yimayɛfoɔ ne wɔn ahwehwɛ man ne no ɛka sɛ sɛ wɔyɛ mmara no yɛ a ɛbɛma Ghana man ne n'adwuma no anya nkɔsoɔ na abɔ ɔman no nneɛma ɛho ɛban na yɛntie nsɛm a ɔkaeɛ ɛde wie ne nsɛm.
Gentlemen, I now move to the Minerals Commission. Mining subsector recorded significant achievements aimed at strengthening regulations, enhancing value addition, improving safety, and combating illegal mining. First is the passage of the Minerals and Mining Royalties Regulations 2025, LI 2517. A major legislative milestone this year is the passage of the Minerals and Mining Royalties Regulation, which establishes a sliding scale royalty payment, presents strategically adaptive framework for both the Republic as the resource owner and mining companies as contractors and investors. This regime ensures the government captures significant revenue during periods of rising commodity prices or production booms, while conversely alleviating financial strain on companies during downturns by reducing rates to prevent negative cash flow, encourage continuous operations, and guarantee job security. And this is very, very important. And so the regulations is a win-win for not only the people of Ghana, but for the industry as well. We want to ensure there's continuity of operations at all time, while government also takes advantage when there's a boom. We have also reviewed the minerals and mining policy that has been in place since 2014. I'm happy to announce that the minerals and mining policy that has been in place since 2014 has been revised and approved by Cabinet this year. This policy seeks to indigenize mining by strengthening local content through domestic value addition to minerals, improve linkages to manufacturing industry, and deal decisively with the menace of illegal mining and the protection of our environment. Another important milestone is the review of the Minerals and Mining Act that has been in place since 2006 at 703. Following extensive stakeholder engagement, the Minerals and Mining Act 2006 at 703, which has been operational for over 28 years, has also been reviewed and endorsed by Cabinet for onward transmission to Parliament for approval. Currently, it's being gazetted. The revised bill provides an updated, coherent, and forward-looking legal regime to ensure that
Yebo Eremu our Ghana School Feeding Program, any word program, my friend Tiase, WFP, Akasa in Sakayapa, Aba, Ewe Piania, Yajima Suku for any Sedie, Washe Jumadiano Eso. Okanyeye ewan susemusrun kubia omutumi ya ne nkrankro kase mu ene yada eno nenam so ma DSFP oman mu ntamginafo Hajia Fati Fogo kase aban eni da ho se wo bese ama mofra wo suku mu nu atumi anya aduane pa a eye din na ye de na bua won akwa ho san osan so ka se School Connect digital se ya wodi abano abua pa ma ensama Wabuabua no adwuma no so sɛ ne nkuntabuo atumi adimu ɔkyerɛmu ɛwɔ ne nsɛmbia mu sɛ wɔnam sanse sɛ yesu atumi ehu nea ɛkɔso ɛwɔ suku ahodoɔ emu ɔhwɛ sɛ aduane ɛbɛtumi akɔ abia sɛ ne ɛteɛ na wɔtumi siesie wɔ ha biada nso ɛntɛm ɛno no ɔse suku aduane no ɛboa mamɔfra wɔn ekɔ sukuu etumi nya aduane da wɔnya hoɔden ne tumi etumi adi tie wɔn adesua eye enwoma sua ho animdifo nso aka sɛ aduane dwumadie no aboa ma mmɔfra a wɔn abusua ntumi enya wɔn aduane pa no etumi enya kwan a etumi aboa so ɛno no ɔse wɔhwɛ sɛ dwumadie no bɛkɔ so agyina ye na bɛma Ghana mmɔfra etumi enya daakye pa na yɛntie ensɛm a ɛyɛ maame a ɔno ɛna da ɛyɛ Ghana school feeding program ano Hajia Fati etimi editu Ija.
Today, I'm so happy and I'm glad we made it here today with the development partners. You always have joy in seeing whatever you've been supported with come to fruition. I think some few months back we met and we launched the School Connect. I think I did say that we are going to ensure that it is put to the maximum use. Our visits to this school today have proven that it is actually the way to go. It has made the data collection much easier, and it is our hope that in seeing this with our development partners, it will encourage them to do more. That is to extend it to other schools who are not currently using the tablet to gather data for Ghana School Feeding Program. So I must say, so far, so good. You all tasted the milk and you saw how yummy the food was. We've always said the quantity is the issue, but we all understand why the quantity is like that. But in terms of quality of the food, I think everybody can attest to that. So I would say kudos to the caterers. We've also been advocating for them to dress decently and make sure they serve the food in food warmers, and then make sure the environment under which the food is served is okay. And I think from what we have seen so far, so good. What we want is at least we to get the children some bowls that the bowls they eat from. Some have, some do not. That has been a very big challenge. Some might think that this school is situated in Accra. How can you say that children cannot afford bowls to come and take food in the school? But it is a reality. It is not everybody in Accra that is well-to-do. There are actually people who are deprived and are benefiting from this particular program, school feeding. Especially when you come to, I wouldn't call here peri-urban, but it is, because in time past, you have to travel miles to get to this community as part of Accra. But today we all see all these areas to be the center of Accra. But there are people here who actually deserve to have this school feeding. And I'm glad.
No, and some chronemu and a World Food Program, WFP, or Mind Titinani Wagana, Ilori, Rusiga, as a Ghana School Feeding Program, no and crying, Ewan Kosua Aba, Ewa a Jumano Emu. Or see a Diania or dear Emma Suku Fono and Yankoswana Suku, connect and say, no, I'm a Jumano, I am near a daddy, nothing so a Yano Karim. Oka se digi chansi se no abua ama wohwe sikane niema wodi ye dwuma ne so ye na ma okwan ema niema entumi anyira nanso oto nsafra wona wohwe dwuma de no so se wonhwe ye ewa aduane no ahoodi mu oka se semofra no timi nya aduane a ewo protein hababunu nnuaba ne niema eba ma won etumi anyini ye o kire se aduane pabua ma mofra ma otimi sua de ye wona adwene ye adwuma na ma woni padua nso enya hoden eno na wowie ne kasam no otabiri awisade egu Ghana fosum se World Food Program akase obekoso ni Ghana ban ayadwuma ade amasuku aduane dwuma de no atumi enya enkoso na yenti ensama ye mami nso etimi etabiri ye ediboso.
Thank you. No, I've been impressed. I'm impressed by what I've seen from the numbers of children that are being fed to the quality of the food that they are eating. I have the pleasure to test it. It's very nice. I understand there is something that is missing. For protein, it's fine. They have the fish powder that is added to their food. But vegetables are missing, and I understand it's because of the budget. So either there could be some solution on either increasing the budget or maybe found a way of having school gardens where the caterers could add the vegetables from the schools. Otherwise, it's really good to see how the Ghana School Feeding Program is being managed. The additions that we saw today, among others, is the School Connect, which is funded by the KOICA contribution in partnership with World Food Program, is adding an element of accountability, transparency, and really evidence generation that could support policy makers and their decisions. And I think this is a very good example, and I hope it will be replicated in even more schools. Thank you.
This application was launched, I think, some few months ago.
The demonstration I saw today, I think they really got it, and they are very conversant with the system. Yeah.
Mibo Aramu Ewa Mayo Samani Akwakopiemu Ewa NPP National Chairman Dibia Kandada Po Afoko Ena Akase Wadene Ho Ato Ho na Ote na Kuma Muhao Eni Nebufu Echamnu Etumi Edi Eguho Okase Eyawo ne woni ntam ne wona kuma mu etwam na ode obi biada eboni ede afri no po afoko ekase esese ekuo biada pese etimi enya nkoso na ekuo epese enya nkoso no esese wona wowo nu etimi edi boni eche woyi empapamu edi fri wo mu na botaya ekanipa bom no wotumi tenase eye sanse seye no wotre se fa fri ni boaseto eni niama ehunhia pa ewa amanyo semu efisem papa mu betumi amakuo bi ahwere ne ahoden to MPP fo atidi fo nkranse won ma won ankrankra hawo ene won amane endi wonanim ewokuo nim na emomon sokuo ne daakye ene ne nkoso eno na okase onfa biakoye empata hunya pa entimi mfa mama yokuo no bra wosiesie ho ama afimpim mienu aduowachi abatuo ni mu no na so mutimi de bone cha de bone fridia ene babu ama asumjani nkoso timi abakuo nim na afimpim mienu ne aduonu wochi abatuo no amanyokuo MPP etumi asanso edi nkunim na yentie nsema Paul Afoko etimi edi tu eja.
As to myself, the pain is gone. I forgive a lot because I understand that if you dwell on emotions, you will never go anywhere. But going back, I was jailed by the NDC. But it wasn't NDC, it was PNDC. Rollins jailed me. I didn't go to court. They didn't try me anywhere. But I was jailed because I opposed. I said I didn't agree with what was going on. But later in life, I had the opportunity to even sit with the late President Rollins, one-on-one, in his house in Vume, at the riverside, just the two of us. And we talked at length. And I'm proud of it because I was able to ask him questions and get answers. The pain is gone. I don't keep those things. But I also want to say to my fellow MPP members, why are we always quick to label people that we disagree with in the party as NDC? Why are we quick to do that? Have you heard the NDC labeling their members as MPP? Why are we doing that to ourselves? If you disagree with the person, as Buzia said, allow dissent. Listen. Maybe out of the whole thing that they say to you, you may pick even one idea which you will distill into your own ideas and come up with something.
Mibo Aramu Ewampatamu Ahutu Juma Ekoso Nani Nanu ye local government chieftains in Regional Affairs Minister Ahmed Ibrahim Ena Edikan Ewa Kontobia Wadi Ekosho Shemiaya Waya Hutu Ejuma no Eno ɔman mu soafoɔ ɛkɔ meaya hodoɔ sɛ ɔkɔhwɛ sɛdeɛ nwura yiyie nsuo kwan a watew ne ahotew nhyehyɛeɛ no esi bi ɛkɔ so ɛwɔ man Ghana fa na nyina da na nsana ɔkɔ saa nhyehyɛmu no otimi esi simpie ɛne bɛma so ɛne amaneɛbɔfoɔ so edi nkɔmɔ sɛ wɔyɛ adwuma yi ɛwɔ nwura a wɔyi efiri hɔ nneɛma a wɔyɛ ho ahotew akyi ɛne nhyehyɛeɛ foforɔ a wɔde bɛma ɔman no atumi ayɛ fɛ wɔkyerɛ mu sɛ ahoteɛ ɛyɛ adeɛ a ɛfa obi biada ɛho efisɛ mpatam a ɛho ɛni tibiapa no ebetumi ɛde yadeɛ ɛte sɛ ɛyɛ niyam ɔgya ne nan ɔfi na wɔne nsuo mu yadeɛ ne ɔhɔ amaneɛ atumi aba ɛno na Ahmed Ibrahim ɛfrɛ sɛ MMDs a ɔno ɛwɔ mpatamu ɛne baabi biada wɔn kɔ so nhwɛ nwura yiyie wɔn kyerɛ nkɔfoɔ sɛ ma yɛntu nwura ɛmfa ngu tibia ɛmfata mu na afei yɛmfa ahotoɔ mmra no ntimi ne nnwuma owie ne nsɛm no ɛna ɔse aban ne nkurɔfoɔ nyinaa ɛbom Ghana betumi enya mpatam a ɛho te na tumi ayɛ dwoodwo na mmom sɛ yɛhwɛ sɛ yɛgya de ama aban koɔ da ɛnyɛ bɛ betumi ayɛ yie enti wɔsrɛ ɔmanfoɔ nyinaa sɛ yɛnka yɛn ho mmom na yɛnyi fi mfamfiri nsusɛ kan ahodoɔ mu ma yɛnto nwura ngu basabasa ɛda yɛ sisi nsuo mu no yɛngye ho akwan ɛne ho nimdeɛ ansampo na mmrampo ma ho kwan a wɔatumi ayɔ na yɛntie nsɛm ɔman mu soafoɔ a ɔno ɛna hwɛ local government chieftaincy ne religious affairs Ahmed Ibrahim etimi edit to Eja.
Since the conclusion of the official 2-day cleanup exercise directed by His Excellency the President on Friday and Saturday, and as we are all aware, the cleanup exercise marked the beginning of a much broader operational effort. Since then, substantial mobile activities have been continued across all the affected areas. So even though the President directed that we do it for 2 days, we are still doing mopping up. And as we are going to continue with the mopping up. Including the evacuation and transportation of collected waste to final disposal sites, decongestion of refuse accumulated points, and other sanitation intervention, significant progress has been made as the work continues. This tour that we are going to do this morning is therefore an opportunity for us to take you to key selected locations that you can see the progress for yourselves. It is also an opportunity to provide context to the ongoing operations, explain why some work still remains in other locations, and outline the operational processes involved, ensuring that waste is completely evacuated from all the locations in due course. So even though the President had intended us to do it for 2 days, the work cannot be completed in 2 days, and you can see it for yourself. So we are going today, and when we return, we'll tell you the next action plan. We welcome your observations, your questions, and your professional scrutiny. In fact, you've really held our feet to the fire. Even the media houses have launched their own hotlines. So we'll be at home and they will just launch it into your home. So some of the locations with the field are even finding their ways into my house. You'll be there and they send you minutes that this location, this is what is happening. Some even open the hotlines and the locations are sent to the media houses. So we thank you for your collaborative effort. You are not just putting our house to the fire or holding our house to the job. You are also collaborating to make sure that we are able to fight it. Transparency and accountability remain central to our work, and we believe that informed reporting is essential to helping the public understand of the progress made and the work that is still ahead. And when it comes to informed reporting, in fact, I have to do for my heart for the Ghana media. You were really on top of the job. Some might have worked against that, but as a leader and a politician, you should not be scared of that. It's only sometimes when your critics are pointing to your weaknesses, they are telling you to strengthen it. And when you strengthen it, what else? So I welcome issues like that. Some too didn't even know what the nature of the problem was. So it was during this opportunity that some even knew what was expected of us and what was expected of others. But hitherto, everybody was giving everything. Local government, city authority.
Eremu Ewotesano District Police Commander DSP Isaac Okai Okense and etumi actual local government minister said the police juma edima national clean up exercise no etumi ye o kire police juma yefo no na ewo me ayahodo na hye banbo omoma asumje tina ho na ohwe se juma no ebekoso a ha biada emma ehom o ka se won juma ni bi ni se ohwe nipadom so obo na wo ya hoto juma no ban na wo hye oman no nsese ye de ne niema ewo ho no eso DSP Okense ekasa no o ka se juma ku ahodo oman mpanifuo mpatama kanifuo ni police ntama jumaifo pano na ema nsese no etimi ekoye na local government minister nso ekamfo ibambo kuo no ewo niema wadima ya no ehom eno no se ahote adwumadie no bekoso ewo bra enim yasese na atumi betumi di achechire nkrofo sa ahote ayo bibiada sede teni kwase kwabrani biada etumi tena se ene nwura no obefa enso se kan mu na odi egum afu bekọ no bebi yensida enfence ni nsuo akwan mu na kwabrani esi nsuo edan edi esi nsuo akwan mu afi eniema ensem fata enam so mansu iriba no ye behwe se ye betrechre ni achechre ahote wo sede ye be yo bia behu na sede a Ghana ebetumi akoso na yentie nsema DSP Okense etimi editu eja
the refuse. Even those who have some in their kitchens, they took advantage and brought in animals. Saturday we continue. Saturday we divided ourselves into two because we were having elections at Abekan. That's Okagwe Central. The MPP was having a constituency election, so we divided the men into two. A group provided security for the election, and the second group did the cleansing. We follow it up Sunday. We all joined Sunday. So if you can even see the environment is
Jeboremu ewo Ghana Education Service security ni watchman susuesin omo ena etimpintin kwa etina simpie eni bema so ebisa se wonu sika etwasa banu etimi etua de ma woda panwie ye no oya bro mu nsa etumi aka sika no enam so emo se won chefa efa overtime allowance hono eda so ara meka won sa wose wo mu bi atwen sika ebaburu mfie edu enie nanso wonyamu ya ekire se ebra yedi betua eka no nie enam so amakuo na ka se wona adwuma wo ye na wuhia pafi se wono ene hwe sukufo achetrefo suku ejapade so eban wo kire se mpiampini no ye adwuma ewodapan wieye omanu na ponna ne bra sese woje wa home no na omudie na omugina mu ensuo to ewiabo na omu ye adwuma ento omubusa aban se woma wo kwan na afi onkyere ekwa befa so a obetua won sika no edi ama wo mo eno na wotire mu se sabana nsiesie yentema ebema omu adwumafo no enya abra matimi aye adwuma na afi omude ohaw ani amane ene beba enu ntinu abane nsiesie ni ntam se de be ebema adwumafo na koma to wonyam na waye adwuma no eye na yentie ensama Ghana Education Service Security ni Watchmen Association etimi ekaye.
TEL and Ghana Education Service have negotiated, and Salary and Fair Wage Commission have negotiated to a point that it's in our condition of service that by a person calculating his basic salary, the overtime allowance that the person is taking is 75% of the overtime allowance that should have given to that person by the basic salary. So when they calculated, it comes to be a 75% that they have to pay us every month by our basic salary. The Saturday, the Sunday, the public holiday, including we have something called committed overtime allowance. Everybody have to work 8 days a day, but 8 hours a day, sorry. but we work 12 hours a day. And these 12 hours that we work a day, they are paying us 4 hours extra. And this 4 hours extra is 20% of our basic salary. So that means if a calculated allowance that should pay us 75% and they pay us 20%, that means it should remain 55%. And these are the 55% that are written upon letters to the Minister of Finance, Minister of Education, and the Director General of Education to pay this poor security man or workman. We are giving him estimate that we need our 55% of basic salary. And our salary, the higher salary is 10,000 Ghana cedi, which is 10 million, their own Ghana cedi. So if it's 55%, that means we need 550 Ghana cedi per security man in Ghana Education Service per month. 550 Ghana cedi.
Yebo Ewremu Ewamra Sebejafia. Neye Mrasebejomu Economy and Development Committee no ranking member. Kojo upon Nkrumah Amasem Aba. So 24-hour economy program no. By no edisi kakasi edi asemu no. Enyamaye na ye hunsu ni ekoso. Enfie mienu niye na Ghana ban ese bose. Waba isifu benye jumaye. Kaboli ebenye jumaye. Andrew na benye jumaye. Sana kwesi amofansu benye biaye. Na ninyi nani se. Webe kwa nopa. Na we yakwa wia. Na we akwa enyumire. Nanso sika ye di asem eye 650 billion. Ewe mfie mienu mu. Nanso ordinary sisua. Ohu nyume bia. Ohu mfasuo bia. Ensakani siseye bia aba. Entu obusa se. Brebe na manfo be hunu se adwuma na NDC amayokuo. Eya omo flagship program omo disi wase. Omo be magana mebunu atumi anya adwuma ya no. Wase adwuma titro no ewo hefa. Na office kasam no nkwaso no so ewo he. Eno no ochiro mu se 24 economy program ya aban no beka ya no. Wankasa wo sisidwa na moment se ya dia. Wase odi pase nyuma no nyuma kwotumi ya adwuma don repi senkane no. Nanam suma niema ya no Ghana ha. Etumi nya kwan eye kase. Nansu besina amayokona tamsika eye 650 billion edi awremu emfie mienu nie yehu eye Ghana nyumakuo bi mpa omo ye adwuma 24-hour economy nti obusa se enwuma no ewo hefa.
Mr. Speaker, the promise of the 24-hour economy was clear. 1-3-3. One job, 3 people, 3 shifts. Mr. Speaker, this government is almost 2 years in office. And in these 2 years, they have appropriated about 650 billion Ghana cedis. That's what this House has appropriated for government to work with. Almost 2 years on, you cannot find one government agency that is applying 1-3-3. For all the stories that we were told, for all the analogies that were given, 2 years on, after appropriating about 650 billion Ghana cedis, you cannot find one agency that is operating 1-3-3. Mr. Speaker, that is the biggest testimony of the fact that this entire 24-hour economy program that was so well marketed and all the issues that were raised about it, at the end of the day, it is not delivering on what it was promised. Mr. Speaker, as we went through the policy document and looked out for what the next steps were, we were told to look out for 2 specific things. One is a 24-hour economy market. 24-hour economy market. That's what we are now being told to look out for. And 2 is a list of incentives which will incentivize the private sector to start operating the 1-3-3 shift. I want to speak quickly to these 2 things that at the end of the day we are now being asked to look forward to. Because, Mr. Speaker, you will recall that the bill that was passed did not provide for all of the items in the shift that were spoken about. So now we are told to look out for these 2 things. Mr. Speaker, there are markets in this country, in many of these districts, that do not operate 24 hours. In fact, even for those traditional markets, they have to wait for what you often call a market day. Now, the government is going to spend tens of millions of Ghana cedis on building new 24-hour markets with the expectation that nothing new having been done in the economy, just the mere creation of these markets will now cause people to buy and sell in them for 24 hours. Mr. Speaker, we are of the view that it is not a prudent policy measure. That if you want to achieve 133, building 24-hour markets is what will deliver 133. In many of these places, in my district, in Ayirebi where this market is being built, there's already a market that has been constructed which doesn't work for 24 hours. There's a market that has been constructed, like in many of our villages, which has to wait for 1 week, 1 day in the week to function. What is the reason for which we believe that if we spend more money to build a new market, it will now function 24 hours? It beggars belief. Mr. Speaker, now on the question of incentives, again, almost 2 years into this government's tenure, the answer we were given is that they are now working on incentives. It betrays the priorities of this administration, Mr. Speaker, because already you have worked on tribunals bill that you have brought, because it's very important to you. Already, Mr. Speaker, you have removed the Chief Justice, because it's very important to you. But when it comes to the incentives that will now allow the private sector to possibly even work for 24 hours, assuming your model will work, the government tells us when we go for committee meeting that they are now working on those incentives. Speaker.
Enwumasia swafo Haruna Idrisu etumia kansembia edin komo abasa Ghana yadaso edi nieman ketinkiti bia nke betumi aye no manmu edi free amonone eba eni no obisa se edi ntime na yentumi anye yidua edi yesim toothpick ewo Ghana na yetimi kwafa saniama wei edi free amonone de ba wabra ye wo sokodua ye wo yenkampura wudua ye betumi ade aye ene no atwa se Ghana pese enya hoden wo ye nyanka se niema ye yemu a etwa se yetimi etew niema edi fra monone eba ne so na ye twerɛ se de Ghana ye betumi aye ene no se nsiseye a ankasa enwuma ehodo ye betumi aye a ebebo anom ye hwe se ye bema emabunu no atumi ehu enwuma kwanyina ne atumi ehu se oman Ghana enwuma wei ye nyankasa ye yade nya abrebe komonone se de be ye sika sembe ye wose ye nchocho mabunu ema wonya nimde akwan a wode be ye niema ewo Ghana ahase numu na ye ntie nsema eye wo masosio for Haruna Idrisu etimi drama se badwafie etimi editu eja.
Me, I've been Minister for Trade and Industry, and I carry the shame. How come that in Ghana, toothpick, we cannot produce toothpick in Ghana, and we must be importing toothpick in Ghana? Those are the decisions we should take here. That Ghana, with all our resources, we cannot dedicate one private sector person. Look at how much money we have given. If you want, Honorable Kojo, because you can't go there. There are people who took money in the name of private sector who said they were going to farm. The monies never went to the farms. You know that. The monies never went to the farms. You know that. Mr. Speaker, so on job creation, I share his thoughts and I admire his brilliance on it when he's talking about job creation. But 1D1F was not a solution.
Yeda su ejremu ewa mrasa bedwafie ho na yedom kuma banu dani Alexander Fayomakin ena ekasa wo mrasa bedwam okase Economic and Organized Crime Office echa won chiafen se yokonum esese wo so wona wonya emoa eye nkukọ ewa banu nkukọ nketinketi program no asenu emu okase wona enye nkukọ no a wodi ema wono se obeye na adwuma foforo na watumi abua mansise yetumi akoso na ne botaye ne se adwuma ne nkoso no watumi awe edi awofufuo edum di aye nkwan na omotumi atwitwa edi akere wosoafo enkukọ nketinketi na de ma ye no ye nya aduane o emfa ma wono enti ye de bia ye jollof ye de bia aye eye nkatenkwan na afi mokonkwan no safo ni nyina yokomfre wo mo na ye nso mo na wabra na afutu mra se badwani kasei eno wakase oman sika no de ye se adwuma die enti se so obiada odi bidi dwuma no ebebu na konta eno no okyerɛ mu sɛ enkokɔ nketenkete no ɛyɛ nsesɛya na wɔde pa sɛ ɛbɛboa ma nipa ɛma otimi asa akokɔ yɛ mu den na wɔnyɛ adwuma no ma Ghana atumi enya ɔno ankasa akokɔ adwuma wabra yɛnkɔ mɔnɔne ɛnkɔkra nkokɔ ɛmfama afɔyɔ mark nsanso ka sɛ abandi sɛ bia da ɔman sika wɔ mu no ɛsɛ sɛ wɔhwɛ so yie sɛnea wɔde ama no na baabi ɛtwa sɛ fata no etimi ɛkɔ ɛno no sɛ akuntabuo ne mmara so die ho hia wɔ ɔman ne mu titro wɔ dwumadi a ɔmanfoɔ edi sika wɔ mu ɛno nti no nipa bia da ne nsa ɛka ɛyɛ nkokɔ nketenkete no bi no ɛtwa sɛ yoko fra wɔ mo na ɔmo timi ɛbɛyi ɔmo ho ano.
So you went to share beds to your party members to consume them. The broilers were never sold. Mr. Speaker, a friend from Choco told me that I made a warfare. Mr. Speaker, in other words, as the minister said, they've eaten it. But they were supposed to sell. They were supposed to raid the beds and sell. And the ones that will lay eggs to sell their egg and reinvest. Mr. Speaker, now let me ask. Now that they have consumed the beds, what will become of them? What is the accountability in it? You guys are talking about accountability. So your party members who got the beds that they say they've consumed and are giving evidence to the minister, are you going to send them to Yoko? Because it is state funds, it's also amount to looting. However, the amount. Mr. Speaker.
Midasu ejremu amra sebeje fie wa na eye dom kuma dom kase wa amra sebeje fie akase kani NPP aban eye New Patriotic Party no etumi edisika eye 600 million akosiblo ni sika na yede ma se omumfama koko wona edo omuntimi ntremu eni adua eni warehouse adwuma no omudi sika no enya bra omudi koye na sansami efi majority chief whip Loxin Nelson Dafia Mokpo eho eno obusa se sadia wodi se sika no edi adwuma no eni ne na o man ne sosa no enye sa no koye oka se sika no butaye ne se ebebo makoko mfuo atumi aye nkese amakuafo enyamoa na amakoko adwuma no enya hoden na ama wotimi asi niema eho hia bi ti se warehouse nanso oka se ohadodo na da so wokoko adwuma nim ti se kuafo sitina won sika ene adwuma ho ankoso enti ofre se ese so ohwe oman no sika so ye na obiada ohwe oman niema no so no edidi dwumadie se ne efata oka ni nsama wie no chese koko ya Ghana sika semu ade kasia ebuoma oman enya sika efram ono ne na ebuoma akuafo ene won enso amusua eno no wokyerɛ mu se koko ya dwuma pa aye nkoso ese se ye di sika ne di dwuma na nkofro tumi nso enya so mfaso ngase na obi bia da sika efa ne nsase no etwase emra etumi enu ne edi na yenti ensama ode etugya wo mrase bedwafie.
The NPP government, led by the majority leader at the time and leader of government business, they came to this house to secure $600 million from the African Development Bank. The purpose was to 1, expand cocoa farms, 2, plant new trees, 3, survey the farms, build warehouses, and increase yield. It wasn't done. Mr. Speaker, at the end of 2024 in December, our cocoa yield plummeted from 1 million metric tons a year to 450,000. Jobs were not created. People lost jobs. In the supply chain, a lot of businesses lost out. They chopped the money. Mr. Speaker,
Police asanso atri okatachie fifa mensa ne mfafo echi wabra mampon district court etumi eja wonom no we yensam fofra aba wonsam amani papi eni etre eso no emu bra na police asancho okatachie fifa mensa ne mfafo na sadie etumi asi wabra Mampong District Court eja won echi na no no wotre mu se district court no ntimi ngina asem we anom enti na twase etumi gya wonom ema court a ono ewotumi eka bi ewo mu obetimi aso mumu ti wabra ye gya wonom na twase yesanso echi womom enam so momomra no hu nimdifo ene ne waka won etumi di nsam no nkyeremu no etumi edi tudwa na yenwe aso ne yentie nsam odi tudwa efo katachi afrifa ene na pemfo a menu ka sei yetumi asachi womom no echi
omodo omobeko nsuka the circuit court ye call one of na yes judge na honfa no na in fact as a matter of fact say if we were in good faith as en commode code dropping and now offense or an asset for circuit court because when you say high court police and sentiment prosecute and the next on the bad district court or as soon as on the actual and I can the charges no on my prefer against them and also a broke court na one so I have a kind of court in the jurisdiction to entertain the matter. So we put in forthful argument that the court should be able to grant them bail, but almost court also say we're taking notice of the fact that the matter is beyond the jurisdiction. In the circumstances, of a remand for only a day, which is tomorrow. Next now, young court of competent jurisdiction in Cancer. And said the TV court and Rabbi. What's not a case of the Umbacobia, a video engineer. If you need to see a baby,
next now, way soon, met to me at your ball phone car to the Free Finance Tapo International. Now, office, me bad, your Bebo Remo Ghana High Commissioner was South Africa, and some other do honor. Met to me at a breed at Bebo Ghana for.
Let me be. Radin Shida, where yes, Christo Demo. Wakwa po kofi odro, and I make us say, Fremo Sofu Gidiwati. Tie, a radia be a quiet ya two, say a feeder nopper. Hannah, a bompa in a radity, nor the Samuel a buy. Tie, a radia maya quenya say, fear the be I enter and near Mompai. And pie ye giddy, enemy shout, Taifa Johnson. Refiner Chapel International Auditorium. Taifa Johnson. So do Taifa Johnson. Baby, a ton spare personal. Messi baby, a ton spare personal. Ankasa. For spare pass for any more. Net 2 Medica FF is sunny. Bones am a somebody is you. Refiner Chapel International. Name is Chef Yerabia 7:30. Messi a fear no pa. 7:30. Ever then found I will yesterday. Amen. Refiner's fire.
Remu our manonin semani ekwakopiemu our Ghana High Commissioner or South Africa His Excellency Benjamin Kwashi aka say Ghana by CSA wo ho ama reparation assistance for fraud e dia boa ma Ghana for wo hamu e wo South Africa no asanso abafie oka say wo yense ye be ma wona wo hiamoa na wonya akwan asaba Ghana wasunjemu no ahobanbɔ mu asanso aba o Ghana for resemu say Ghana for one ewo ayamono ni South Africa na wo mu ehiamoa no o mana resemu say woni nananom ni amono ni bekoso abo won ho ban na waye adwuma ama won atumi asanso aba Ghana wo kire say wana wo hamu nu ebetumi enya oha no anu adro na woni abanpanifo ehwe won so nkitahudie so moma oha anaboni bia nto omo eno no kire say da ya repatriation exercise no eyensese ya wɔde bua Ghana ɛwɔ amɔnɔne na wɔnyia mmoa sɛneɛ ɔbɛsan anya wɔn asetena mu kwan foforɔ ɛno ɔkyerɛ mu sɛ abusua pii ɛtwɛn sɛ saa dwumadie yi ɛbɛkɔ so na onidasoɔ sɛ ɛbɛma wɔn a wɔhia mmoa no atumi anya ahotɔ ɛntɛm na yɛntie nsɛm a Ghana High Commissioner our South Africa, His Excellency Benjamin Kwashi Editor Ghana for Enim.
Special greetings to the Ghanaian community, both here in South Africa, Seychelles, Eswatini, Lesotho, Mauritius, and Comoros. I know this has been a very difficult period for us in South Africa, especially because of this xenophobic attacks and how our citizens have been treated and continue to be treated by people here in South Africa. As a government that cares, the President and the Ministry of Foreign Affairs instituted us into having an evacuation for Ghanaians who voluntarily want to go home. We have almost 926 that have gone home. I'm here to announce that the ministry has provided through the Office of the President support for us to be able to also do another repatriation of close to 900 Ghanaians who are voluntarily giving their names here in South Africa that they want to go. This singular honor that has been done us by the President and the Minister of Foreign Affairs is something we should be very, very grateful about and something we should thank them so sincerely about. So I'm here to tell the Ghanaian community, those who are lodging in churches, those who have lodged in hotels, those who are lodging with friends and family, that finally we can breathe to note that we are going to do the final repatriation. The modalities will be the same as the modalities of the previous 3 repatriations that we've had. And so we'll be coming to the churches, we'll be speaking to you, we'll be going to the hotels, and we want us all to do this in a very coordinated way. Department of Home Affairs and Border Management Authorities have given us the 25th of this month. Let me repeat. The date is that we'll start the repatriation of the 900 that have been left here on the 25th of this month, 25th of July. We'll come to the various places where you are lodged. We'll transport some of you from all the provinces to come down. I want us to be very clear on the modality so that nobody gets it wrong. 1, we are not doing new registrations yet. We are going according to those who have been registered and screened. If you know that you've not been registered or you've not been screened, we don't want you to make it look as if we are the bad ones. No, we can't be the bad ones. Let's see how we'll be able to help each other. Let's be open and frank. Don't come and say, no, your name is there when you know that you've not gone through the screening process, because it's very important, say, you need to be working with the Department of Home Affairs in a way that will not get them angry. So from the 25th, the ministry acting under the instructions of the Honorable Foreign Affairs Minister has indicated, say, each day, you have specific flight Eddie Ebinum Beko. So we can decide that in the morning, some will go, in the afternoon, some will go, but we're going to do this from the 25th until all the 900 people that we've registered to go home, go home. We can also confirm, say, those 900 people that will be going home, these are people that we know, say, genuinely, they want to go home. Genuinely, they have issues. Genuinely, they have challenges. And the government of Ghana, through the benevolence of His Excellency the President, and also that of our Foreign Affairs Minister, Honorable Kujato Ablakwa, now is the time for us to take the 900 back home. And when we do this 900, let me inform all of us that that will be the number at which we're done with the repatriation. It will then be on a case-by-case basis through consular.
And a brother mama kwine na don't reba kun akwantua menu ebe 2 years and some di ebe sumu off kasamfoni ebutu Taifa Johnson no. So na na kwasi amofa de Ghana ina gina tum se baka nkase boni munchemu pa me na medika no metimi ati abano wieye yensem ye chegu ye e wo Facebook na off TV sanso na YouTube na hono nso off TV ye hwensem afa ahotu adwuma so oman mu ahobambo afi yensu senka ye hwensem na eno so efa mine na ye no oman Ghana mu o ena afi akwahosa ho ensam na mitimi ade ebesom wo Refiners Tap International ene kura mi mu efiada nyame beye nyame ma ne manso aye ne ma Wow, hanya mania da so no meto men safrɛ sebra na Kristo Yesu enam ni tumi ni na hoɔden wɔ fidua no so no ubenya nkwa na ubenya asomdwie ɛno nti no mekamfo de mam na yewie a ɔsomfo panyini Apostle Paul Kofi Oduro de nyame asura no ɔtena se na afi wo ha no amane na wode ɛba ye na ɛkyere wo so a wabɛbɔ mpaeɛ no bia honam mu a na open komodie bi osunsum a ɛne ɔno bɛtena se baako no baako so na nyame nam ne so bɛda nneɛma hinta de bia de akyere no na afi ɔbɛwesa atumi de akyere no ama no pom mafitibrɛ mekamfo de ma efiada nonso ene fa na dwumede na sase kwapem se premu ebebo Taifa Johnson krankro kase mu na ebutuo unya si wa Taifa Johnson so gidigidi and off TV akropa yi na obi abetro aha na mede wusie ntia kase nkoma Honorable Simon Kwawai Honorable nyami so no nyo kase we nipa se Ewurade nka gina MF Pharmacy La Paz na wo afi mi nua bema David Ayariga David I love you so much nana ma de pa Ewurade so no nyo kase no ntonso pangu so odofo pa Ewurade enkai Auntie Rita who US afi eye Duran Prime Enterprise amotonton eye drinks nwa hodo ewo ye ne akasa Taifa Jansia ya okofuru eye overhead na nipa efo na ehwa na mo bypass wona nyame nsomo na onyam kase mama medowe yo no tuma fo ina metiam na nasare asamampofo ene di miran fremem chinchim fidi efa ha ede kwa ha mianso enam chicha kasamfo yini kotiri nsam no esanso betena ha ede ebebo wo mama Ghana fo nyina ajo na mama mo se nyame ensho man Ghana aha enam di musie nyame pa echina anopa besanso ateminka